If you got this far in this video, I have a saying about giving a rat's ass that's kind of funny. That how can you give a rat's ass? The ass of the rat isn't yours to give, so let the rat keep his ass. Or you can pick up a rat and hand him to somebody else's ass first, and yes, you're giving a rat's ass. And if the other person wants to accept the rat ass first, to give a rat's ass, you're sort of offering up the rat's ass, and it's up to the other person if he wants to accept. So I'll have another saying too, that in some certain things, that if a rat's ass should really be offered or even given about a particular subject. So that's what I say about tolerance to a certain thing. You can say sometimes you give a shit. There's some and I also have a thing where I say there's certain aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck. It's not that I don't give a shit or give a fuck. It's there's some aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck that I don't give a shit or a fuck about. And at any given time, when and where should a rat's ass be given, or a fuck be given, or a shit be given, or even offered? You know what I mean?
Alright, yins guys, time for another video. Yeah, we had a little bit of wind going. I didn't know whether to wear the hoodie. Yeah, look like Assassin's Creed, or just like this, but this time there ain't no wind blowing, ready to blow my camera down. But yeah, I gotta laugh at this one. Watching GMA, Good Morning America, coffee in hand, and cat running around and everything. And get a little disclaimer here. I don't wish anything bad or destitution on anybody just because you don't like them or you want to have a parody and laugh about them or whatever. Don't wish death on anybody. Don't wish anybody to be destitute. There's a disclaimer on that. It's just having a laugh and having fun, you know what I mean, what culture is turning into. Hey, I remember a poem from one of my favorite bands. You know, I'll ought to introduce some of you guys to it. Exhausted sources, in the poem, exhausted sources replaced by perversion. Anyway, the poem from one of my favorite bands. It's a musical poem, Last Entertainment Television Bazaar. Actually, it was one of my all-time favorite bands called Coroner, but if I'm wondering if where that poem came from, if they wrote it or... But yeah, that's one of my favorite, absolute favorite poems that I put all over my social media, because it talks about exhausted sources replaced by perversion. Triumph of a dying culture. Yeah, love it, love it. But yeah, what I'm talking about, yeah, the poem has been a metaphor for a lot of other bullshit we saw on TV. Like on GMA, one of the very classic examples of this, Lady Gaga, Stupid Love. I mean, well, anyway, I don't have anything against anybody dancing around a little bit. We all might want to get stupid, get a little silly, I don't know. But, I don't know, sources are getting exhausted. You know, I took a music video production course when I was in college, when my fancy factory job went kaplooey or whatever, you know, I mean. Yeah, when I had a ponytail and I was walking, strutting around, you know, saying, all the old people saying, oh yeah, you got to admit he's probably selling drugs, he's probably selling marijuana, blah. And then all the hipsters out there, whatever the shit they were into, back in the era, Tommy Hilfiger and their mommy and daddy's Hondas playing boom boom music, looking at me like something's wrong with me. What's he doing with money in his hand, eating out in the restaurant? But yeah, I always was the rebel, but yeah, shit. I might be a 48-year-old curmudgeon. Old curmudgeon, old fogey, totally lost the plot. But yeah, I listened to some of the same good old stuff when I was a young kid. Like to be, alright, some of us have our own thug life. Like, fuck this, fuck that, we don't give a shit, you know, but everybody according to their own, I guess. But yeah, lady, yeah, let me get on with the subject matter. I'm trying not to laugh. Actually, I'm getting off the subject because I'm trying not to laugh talking about it, because, I don't know, it looks cartoonish. It's not so much hate. I don't know. Yeah, it reminds me of the old There's snow on the ground, but it almost reminds me of the old Christmas song from Deck the Halls. Join me now, our gay apparel. Fa la 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 la. Yeah, Lady Gaga, stupid love. They're dancing around these gaudy outfits. I mean, it's not dance anymore. Looks like a fucking epileptic seizure party. Well, it's some pretty cold weather out here. I was just doing some exercise out here, but believe it or not, I'm doing your face when you try to talk it, actually. Believe it or not, in this video, it's a little bit of wind blowing just now. You ever try to talk in a camera sometimes when you're laughing at shit, and then your face almost feels kind of your lips when it's cold, but yeah. Anyway, I look like a big epileptic fetish party. I mean, what the fuck, you know what I mean? People are running out of material and they're just doing any old thing, and then you'll see people on these other social media apps, you know, these girls with the fake eyelashes and their makeup, you know, they're just teenagers yet. Well, it's dudes and chicks now because, you know, the gender's getting irrelevant. Wearing some shirts short all the way up to here with their belly showing here. And making these faces just doing some boring-ass dance on their apps or whatever. There's a people that making fun of it, you know, on each other's Facebooks and Twitters, but some of the political stuff that I listen to on YouTube, they're putting little samples of that shit on there to make fun of it, you know what I mean? Like Paul Joseph Watson, the guy that took over when Alex Jones was out of there, but I don't know. I just listen to a little bit of everything, just amusing, but yeah. That almost, and I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and it reminded me, for some reason, I had that Eric Andre in my head. He was on Ridiculousness twice. And all of a sudden, for some reason, he popped into my head when I was me and my girlfriend watched Ridiculousness, even the reruns. I think let MTV be the Ridiculousness channel. You know, I'd be comfortable with that. I still love the show. Remember Eric Andre, that goofball? He was doing a thing, a little shirt up to here, and he's walking around to people in suits. Time to ranch it up, and he's like wearing some short shirt, you know, crop top, and his stomach showing, and he's walking around like this, and he has a hat. Time to ranch, and he's going in front of these guys in suits on in the city or somewhere, and he's drinking a whole bottle of ranch dressing. It's like, where the fuck people come up with this shit? But it's like, you see some things on there, it's like funny as hell. You know what I mean? I know that individual, what kind of drugs he's on. I mean, he's some pretty disturbed individual. I mean, you cannot just act like that if you're not on something. Jesus. But anyway, that dancing around, that Lady Gaga thing, and I'm looking at this like, and everybody on GMA is clapping, woo, like it's really, I don't know. I know anybody that goes to some party or something, you know, get a little bit drunk or take some drugs or pills, and you just dance around any old way, and then play it back in the camera and look how stupid you look. And then you decide, oh my God, take some more of the drugs just to forget about it. Yeah, that's why I put on. I just like to put on my best New Jersey or Italian accent every time I see this shit on TV. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Think I'm stupid, man? Get the fuck out of here.
What you got to do is walk around with a cocky look on your face and not give a fuck about some of these people. That's why I have my rule, you know, live and let live, but don't force it down my throat. And my saying for that is when a rat's ass should be offered or given. You can't really give a rat's ass because the ass of the rat is not really, the ass of this rodent isn't really yours to give. It belongs to that rodent, you know what I mean? So let that rat keep his ass, you know. But yet, they can't dictate to you when a rat's ass should even be offered or given. And so the rat's ass being offered up means you're willing to play ball with him a little bit and you know, tolerate something, you know, and try to reason things out, you know, and tolerate them and play the game. That's called offering up the rat's ass. And you're doing them a favor by offering up the rat's ass. You don't have to give a rat's ass, you know. Yeah, so it's all about presentation. You know, when the rat's ass should be offered or given. You know,